The National Broadcasting Company presents The Big Show. The first half hour presented by the makers of Reynolds Aluminum, the Reynolds Metals Company, and starring the glamorous, unpredictable Tallulah Bankhead.
So listen, America, the curtains of America. We're going to fill your parlor full of stars.
For the next hour and 30 minutes, you will be entertained by some of the biggest names in show business. Such bright stars as
Milton Berle, Robert Merrill,
Ozzie Nelson,
Harriet Nelson,
Alec Templeton,
Margaret Truman,
Meredith Wilson.
And my name, darlings, is Tallulah Bankhead. Well, darlings, I don't know about you, but I've decided that this year I'm going to do my Christmas shopping early. And I'm not going to make a production out of my shopping. I'm not going to stand there wondering, is this her right size? Or will she like this color? I'm giving all my friends something in a color that is flattering to everybody. Money. And nothing larger than size 10. And in cash. Money is such a practical gift. There are loads of things you can do with money. You can clean your spectacles with it. You can stuff a mattress with it. You can fill a sweater with it. That's counterfeit money, of course. As a matter of fact, you can do almost anything with money except buy something with it. So I'm going to give my friends money because I believe that it's better to give than to receive. And if you give enough money, you'll wind up in the hands of the receiver. Of course, some people believe in the old saying that money is the root of all evil. Well, I say that if it is, evil, spelled backwards, is live. So live a little. Give money. And that's what I like. Someone who gives me money. Like our darling sponsor, the Reynolds Aluminum Company. I make a good foil for Reynolds Wrap, don't I?
Well, Miss Bankhead, these days, in brightly lighted shop windows and lavish store displays, aluminum foil is a brightly shining symbol of Christmas. And if the supply of Reynolds Wrap were not limited by military needs, this would really look like an aluminum foil Christmas. Of course, Reynolds Wrap is the pure aluminum foil especially made for cooking and kitchen use. The original and genuine Reynolds Wrap. But what wonderful decorations it can make. To spread under your Christmas tree, to make twinkling tree ornaments and bright bows for your holiday wreaths. And, of course, to wrap any gift, there's nothing like it. We hope there will be more Reynolds Wrap soon. It's such a bright part of the age of aluminum. Reynolds Aluminum.
Well, my pets, our guest stars this week are in a gay holiday mood. Each of them brought me a little gift. Milton Berle, for instance, brought me a little vial of what I thought was perfume. And when I say vial, I'm not kidding. It smells like gasoline. And here's the card he enclosed. It says...
To Tallulah on Christmas. Oh, I'm the man from Texaco. My name is Milton Berle. If you have trouble coughing, I'll be glad to change your Earl.
Okay, you can change the Earl. But watch yourself. My motor's still running. Well, I got a lovely box of candy from Robert Merrill. And here's the Christmas card he wrote.
What to give a girl like Tallulah is a problem to make me weave. So here's some candy to see you through Christmas, if you'll pardon the expression, Eve.
I knew we should have gotten Carmen Lombardo. Oh, here's something I've been dying to listen to. It's a recording from Ozzie and Harriet. I'll put it on and see what this thing is.
My mommy done told me when you're on the big show, my mommy done told me, oh, Tallulah's a beauty, a real rooty-tooty. You'd better watch yourself, Bo. Tallulah's a vixen, watch out for her, dear, or you're gonna hear the blues in the night.
And I'm the mama who done told him.
Well, you can see she's the brains in that family. Harriet, the Wizard of Oz. And here's a lovely card I got from another guest, a Christmas invitation from Margaret Truman.
Greetings to Lou, from us to you. And please don't get too quizzical. The greetings are sent with peaceful intent, so don't show up for a physical.
Don't worry, darling. General Robert E. Lee still has first call on my service. Well, I see even Meredith Wilson couldn't resist a Christmas card. Listen to this one.
To Tallulah. Many joys may Christmas bring. I hope you get a bundle. But don't let Santa hear you sing, 'cause you sound like the Holland Tunnel.
Now, there's something I'd like to see hanging on my Christmas tree, Meredith Wilson. And finally, I got the most adorable little gold charm for my charm bracelet from the divine Alec Templeton. It's a tiny gold gun, and listen to the Christmas card he wrote.
If men were only little boys, I'd give them guns that were merely toys. I'd spread the word as best I can to open up the eyes of man.
Thank you, darling. And now, to get our Christmas show off to a spirited start, let's hear from Meredith Wilson's orchestra and chorus. Here's a number that has all the tinsel and glitter of a newly decorated Christmas tree. Meredith, how about lighting up the tree with Jing-a-Ling, if you please, darling?
Jing-a-ling, 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 what fun to hear the sleigh bells jingle. Jing-a-ling, 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 they set your heart a tingle. Jing-a-ling, 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 I love to hear our laughter mingle. Ha-ha, oh-oh, gliding through the snow. Jing-a-ling, 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 the bells have got the snowflakes dancing. Jing-a-ling, 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 old Tom is even prancing. Jing-a-ling, 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 the night is made for sweet romancing. Ha-ha, oh-oh, through the snow we go. Through a winter fairyland we go a-gliding, in a cotton candy land of frozen charms. And the way the sleigh is slipping and a-sliding brings you sliding even closer in my arms. Can't you hear the sleigh bells asking why we're single, as we fly across the snowy hills and dells? And we're happy 'cause the sleigh bells seem to jingle in the winter fairyland like wedding bells. Jing-jing-ling, jing-ling, jing-ling, the night is made for sweet romancing. Ha-ha, oh-ho, through the snow we go. Jing-jing-ling, jing-a-ling, 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 jing-a-ling. Jing-jing-a-ling, jing-a-ling, jing-a-ling, the bells have got the snowflakes dancing. Jing-jing-a-ling, jing-a-ling, jing-a-ling, old Love is even prancing. Jing-jing-a-ling, jing-a-ling, jing-a-ling, the night is made for sweet romancing. Ha-ha, oh-ho, laughing as we go through the wind and snow. Jing-a-ling-a-linging as we go.
As usual, Meredith Devine. And now, darlings, it's always a pleasure to welcome back on the big show our first guest of the evening. She's a glamorous young singing star from whom I'd hoped to get a prediction about next year's election. But she refuses to predict anything. So let's welcome the glamorous and unpredictable Margaret Truman. Well, Margaret, what's new with your career, darling? What have you been doing lately?
Well, let me see. Oh, yes. The last thing I did was to appear on television.
Yes, that's the last thing I'd ever do, too. Well, Margaret, do you like that new medium? I mean, how does being on television compare with being on radio?
Well, television is rather hectic. There's so many people involved. Everybody talking at the same time, nobody paying attention to anybody, all giving their opinion as to how the show should be run.
Sort of like Congress.
Then there's the producer of the show. He's the fellow who's really in charge. But he takes advice from other people on the show. And if anything goes wrong during the show, they always seem to blame him.
The president.
And then when the show goes on TV, it's up to the audience to say whether they like the show or not.
The voters, bless them.
Then they have to worry about the popularity of the program, which is figured out by statisticians. It's called a rating that the show gets. Well, but sometimes this can be pretty inaccurate.
The Gallup poll.
But one thing about television, no matter how good the audience think the show is or how high the rating is, you're always at the mercy of the critics.
The Republicans. Now, tell me, darling, about this show you're talking about. Is the producer going to stay with the same show next year?
No comment.
Still the unpredictable. Well, Margaret, how about getting a song ready for later in the show? Meanwhile, our darling sponsor, the Reynolds Metals Company, extends to you all the very best wish of the season.
Miss Bankhead, the best wish of the season and the most fervent hope in every heart is peace on earth. Though the Reynolds Metals Company is heavily engaged in rearmament as one of America's great producers of aluminum, this is most sincerely the wish we extend. For peace is the purpose behind it all. However high and strong we must build the defense of our freedoms, it is only a means to that end. The Reynolds Metals Company looks forward to the day when all of its expanding aluminum production can be turned to constructive uses. In a future when the inspired hope of Christmas shall be realized, and on earth peace, goodwill toward men.
Every Christmas season, I love to go over the holiday songs and stories, both old and new, that are associated with the day. This year, I found a modern story connected with Christmas and show people. But here is the unusual twist. Co-starring with me in the story will be one of our great comedians, who makes his appearance on the big show this week in a dramatic role, Mr. Milton Berle. The story is called simply Christmas Present. Mr. Berle will play the part of Stardust Jackson. I will play Lorna. So here is Christmas Present. The leading man got sick, and we were stranded in a town that the map makers had almost forgotten. A way stop on the snow-covered landscape of North Dakota. It was almost Christmas, and somebody in the cast made a feeble attempt to set up a scrawny tree backstage at the reconditioned barn that serves as a theater.
What do you think of it, Lorna?
Think of what?
The tree. Tomorrow's the big day, Christmas.
Oh, I'm swooning with delight. How about it, Dan? We gonna fold or what?
I told you, we're getting a new lead in from Chicago. He should have been here by now. I'd expected him on the train yesterday.
Train? Oh, to join this company? He's probably walking.
What's the matter with you, baby?
Oh, nothing.
You're lonesome, aren't you? Is it because you have to spend the holiday here, away from home?
Oh, what difference does a holiday make? I'm just worried, Dan. I'm sick. I'm tired. I've gone about as far as I can go.
Another week or so, it'll be better, honey. Once we hit Milwaukee, we've got some pretty big towns to play. I know it isn't Broadway. It's not what you're used to, but...
Never mind, Dan, never mind. You don't have to kid me. It's been years since Broadway wanted any part of me. Let's face it, boy, I'm no dream girl. Not even in North Dakota.
You don't try, Lorna. You're not in there punching like you used to be.
Well, maybe I'm getting nearsighted, Dan. Maybe I can't see the target anymore. I left the theater and walked to the town, through the crowds of people buying food and last-minute gifts. The store windows were bright with cold, lifeless tents. I had $30, enough to run away from everything. I thought about Dan and the others in the show. They'd have to replace me, too, but I just couldn't take it anymore. It was a rotten Christmas gift to spring on them. I saw the small restaurant at the end of town where the bus line stopped. I went to it and walked in.
What do you have, miss?
Some coffee, please, and a bus ticket.
Well, I don't know about the bus ticket. Ticket agent's out doing some shopping. No bus till tomorrow anyhow, and that's Christmas.
I know it's Christmas. All I want is a bus ticket and a cup of coffee.
Hey, Bud, you got a towel?
Who's that?
Some fella come in on a westbound bus a few minutes ago. I let him wash up in the back. I'll get you coffee in a minute.
I knew that man's voice. It was familiar like a memory. But it wasn't the same. No, it couldn't be Stardust Jackson. Sounded like him, though. But there was something missing. Something light and laughing. The boy came back and gave me my coffee. Then the man came from the back room.
I'll take a cup of that Java now, Bud. And if you got a donut or a... Lorna.
Stardust.
Baby, of all the places to bunk into you.
Well, why not? I always got around.
But what are you doing here? You're not playing a town like this.
I was, but I'm leaving. How about you? What are you doing here?
Well, I got a booking from Chicago. They sent me out to replace a lead. Must be your show. There couldn't be more than one here.
They sent you for dramatic lead?
I know it's not good casting, baby, but I thought, just for kicks.
But it's wrong for you, Stardust. This is serious drama. You're a comic.
Am I? All comics are hams, Lorna. I got the bug. I've been playing straight for years.
What happened, Stardust?
Nothing, baby. I used to kill the people. Then one night, they just stopped laughing.
I looked at his face, and he looked at mine, and I knew we were seeing the same things, thinking the same things. The years leave scars, and it's been a long time. Too long. Almost 10 tarnished years to be dragged out of a vault of memories. There was a lot to say, and we tried to say it, while the daylight faded from the wintry street and the coffee grew cold and gray.
So you know me, baby. I almost got married once, but not old Stardust.
I know. I remember you.
I never really got interested in anybody after we split up. Say, I saw that picture you made in Hollywood. You were great, baby. I sent you a note.
I never got it.
Well, I know I sent it. Maybe my secretary, maybe he didn't get it out or...
Oh, well, I was running around so much myself, maybe it just never caught up to me.
Yeah, sure. That's possible.
You're tired, Stardust.
Just older, honey. And the bus ride didn't help me any. 2 nights.
I know.
I'd have taken a plane or something, but the snow knocked everything off schedule, and I didn't want to keep the company waiting. I mean, I took the bus because it was the easiest way.
I understand, Stardust.
Sure. Money means nothing to me. I piled it up when I was riding high. I produced a couple of shows of my own.
Yes, I know. I read about it in Variety.
Sure, things always were good for me. I'm lucky. Too lucky. That's why I'm here, Lorna, to do this bid. Sort of remind myself how lucky I am that I can walk out any time I want to. Oh, Lorna, I don't mean, that there's nothing wrong with working a stock company.
Oh, you don't have to apologize, Stardust. I know what you mean. I'm here for almost the same reason. I'm tired of it now. That's why I'm leaving.
It's too bad. Might have been kicks working with you. Lorna, seeing you again like old times.
Old times are gone. They'll bring in somebody else for the part, maybe somebody younger and prettier.
Where are you going to head, baby? Back to New York?
I think so.
I don't know. Maybe I was a dope to sell myself on this thing, too.
You mean you're not going to stay?
Now that I think it over, it seems kind of crazy. No, I think I'll push out toward the coast. Hollywood, maybe. I'd like to take a crack at directing. I got good connections there,
Oh, you always had a way with people, Stardust.
Sure did. We had a lot of laughs together, didn't we, Lorna?
Yes, Stardust. Lots of laughs.
It's too bad you're leaving, because if you weren't, I might have stuck around for a while. That'd be crazy for the both of us, though.
Yeah, it would be crazy.
Well, I'm stuck here for tomorrow, though, anyhow. Part of it. Say, why don't we meet, Lorna, have dinner together? Remember the last Christmas dinner we had together?
Yes.
Big yaks. In the champagne room. I threw a big party, remember?
Yes.
And that guy with the oil wells, he got you sore because he wanted to kiss you?
I remember it. It was very funny.
Yeah, and I bought that necklace for you, but when you got mad, you sent it back to me?
Oh, well, I guess you found another girl to give it to.
Nah, I had to sell it. I think I still got it kicking around someplace in a bank vault, maybe. Say, Lorna, how about that dinner tomorrow? Will you meet me?
I'll meet you, Stardust. Right here. We said hello here. We might as well say goodbye here. His grin was the same, but a little tight and strained at the corners, and it never quite reached his eyes anymore. I wanted to kiss him, but I didn't. I went out into the street with the night shoppers, knowing that he was lying, but couldn't say so. Maybe other men could, but other men grew up not Stardust. He was still a little boy who ran away from the things that hurt him. The frayed shirt cuff he kept stuffing into the sleeve of his jacket had betrayed him as much as his face had. I saw shirts in one of the store windows. I had money to run away. It was all I had. I had no place to run to. I went in and bought shirts for him. It was the first time in a long time that I'd wanted to buy anything for anybody. The next day came Christmas. Christmas. I put bright wrappings on his present. I did it backstage at the theater, and even the scrawny tree seemed to have some life. I got to the little lunchroom 15 minutes early, but he was already there.
I got here early to pick up my ticket, Lorna.
Oh, I came back and bought mine last night. I've got a little gift for you, Stardust.
Oh, no, baby, that was
Oh,
silly.
I know. You have everything you need. I know that. So I got something practical, some shirts. They tell me a man can always use shirts.
Well, Lorna,
Yes, Stardust?
Take this.
What's in it, Stardust?
A necklace. It isn't much, just costume jewelry, baby. But, you know, what do they know about jewelry in a town like this? It was all I could get in a hurry.
It's from you. I'll be happy with it.
Will you?
Of course I will, you chump.
Lorna.
Leave me alone. I'm just crying because it's Christmas. You know I always cry every Christmas.
Well, you might as well. Nobody will see you. What a place. Not even any other customers. Don't people eat in this town at Christmas?
Yes, they eat. They eat at home with people they love around them. I'm going to go, Stardust. I really have to pack some things and get ready to catch my bus. I guess you'll be getting ready to catch yours, too, so I won't be seeing you again.
Stop it.
Oh, what's the use?
Stop it. I want you to listen to me, Lorna. I'm not taking any bus. I can't. I spent my last $8 on that genuine rhinestone necklace I just gave you.
Well, don't you think
I'm broke. The shows I produced were flops. This is the first job I've had in months. I got to stay here. I had to tell you. I'm tired of being a phony, especially with you. If I hadn't have been one a long time ago, I wouldn't have...
You wouldn't have what?
I wouldn't have let you walk out on me. I wouldn't have been such a big shot with the big party routines. I had always the crowd around me and the big laughs when I should have been alone with you. Then you walked out and I didn't care. I told myself, I said, laugh it up. And then one night it hit me. I missed you so bad I wanted to scream. That was the night that the people stopped laughing.
Stardust.
Go ahead. Have a laugh on me. Have a laugh. And go get on your bus.
I'm not getting the bus.
I'm not looking for sympathy, Lorna. I don't need it. I don't need it from anybody.
No. You never need anything from anybody, do you, Stardust? I'm not getting the bus because I spent my bus money on those shirts. And I wouldn't leave anyhow, even if I could.
You spent your bus money on me?
Stardust, you asked me to marry you once, and I walked out. And I've tried to run away from every Christmas since then until now. So, are you going to ask me to marry you again, or do I have to ask you?
You'd really marry me?
No. I just want to count your laundry, you dope. It's my secret ambition.
Lorna, Merry Christmas, baby.
Merry Christmas, darling. Thank you, Mr. Milton Berle. Also, our thanks to Martin Blaine. And Milton, darling, I want to talk to you about this newly discovered hidden talent of yours. But first, let's hear the tinkle of aluminum sleigh bells. Reynolds Aluminum, of course, as yon messenger from our darling Reynolds Metals Company approaches.
Well, that's an idea, Miss Bankhead. There probably are aluminum sleigh bells. Less weight on a reindeer's neck, you know. And they'd never rust in that North Pole weather. After all, they make sleds with Reynolds aluminum, and ice skates and hobby horses and Christmas tree ornaments and gift wrappings. The bassinet for baby, fishing tackle for father, or any aluminum home appliance for mother. Of course, this year, you may not get everything you want in aluminum, with military needs so great. But at least we can wish you a light, bright, rust-proof Christmas. From the Reynolds Metals Company, pioneers of progress through aluminum.
And now, Milton, why don't you drop that dramatic mask of yours and come over here, darling? You know, we've had two great discoveries on the big show this season. Discovering your dramatic ability is on a par with the discovery of the beautiful singing voice of George Sanders. You're as good a dramatic actor as we've ever had on this show.
Pity.
Oh, come on, Milton, you're overdoing it. I only wanted to say I admire your performance in our dramatic sketch.
Naturally.
Well, I can see you're going to be a barrel of laughs like that. We did get a lot of laughs last week from a friend of yours who was on the show.
Indeed. Who was it? Larry Olivier?
No.
Alfie Lunt?
No.
Moishe Evans? Maurice Evans? Thank you, Mater.
Very well, old bean. You keep on being English, and I shall give you a stiff upper lip, oh dear.
So sorry, Pamela. Lost my head.
Yes, and it's a decided improvement.
Leaves an awful gash in my neck, you know.
Naturally, and no place to hang your hat.
Tell me, Cedric.
You're Cedric.
Oh, I'm sorry. Pamela, tell me, dear, where is our daughter this morning?
Here I am, Pater. Good morning, Mater. Tennis, anyone?
No, thank you, my dear. I'm off today for Africa. Tunis, anyone?
Not I. I'm hungry. I'll go have a sandwich. A tuna, anyone?
Oh, by the way, my dears, I have 2 tickets for the theater tonight. I shan't be using them. Shakespeare, you know. Merchant of Venice, anyone?
Oh, not I.
No.
I'm staying home with a good book of poems. Tennyson, anyone?
Oh. By the way, Pamela, while in Africa, I shall be shooting. I may bring home some game. Venison, anyone?
Oh, this is giving me a headache. Anderson, anyone?
Wish I'd have had that one. I will, Tuesday.
Margaret, darling, I can see you're about ready to give us your song. How about it, sweetie?
Well, anytime you say, Tallulah.
Oh, are you going to sing, Margaret? Well, how about you and me doing a duet? What do you say? I get no kick from John Payne. Lauren Bacall doesn't thrill me at all. You and me, huh, Margaret? What do you say, huh?
Well, I never dreamed I'd ever sing with you.
I'm dreaming of a White House.
Quad buster. Now, seriously, ladies and gentlemen, Miss Margaret Truman brings us this week a lovely contribution to the holiday season. The song is one of the most beautiful of the sacred songs we hear during the Christmas season. Oh, leave your sheep. Meredith, darling, if you please.
Seek your good.
Bravo, Margaret Truman. Thank you so much, darling. I'll be talking to you in a little while, but this is as good a time as any to ring my chimes before we go to Act Two. This is NBC, the National Broadcasting Company.
And now we present Act Two of The Big Show, brought to you by the Western Union Telegraph Company, whose family of more than 40,000 people in every community across the country join in the holiday spirit by speeding Christmas greetings to you and yours. Warm, colorful greetings that carry the thrill only a telegram can bring. Convenient to send, wonderful to receive. The extra special way to say happy holidays to friends and loved ones everywhere. And now here is Tallulah.
Thank you, Ed. Well, darlings, we're proud to have on the Big Show this week radio's most beloved couple. They came to New York from Hollywood for the Christmas holidays, and here they are, Ozzie and Harriet Nelson.
Hello, Tallulah.
Hello, Tallulah. Hello, darlings. Oh, before I forget, one of the page boys handed me this note to give you. It's marked urgent. Here you are, darling.
Urgent? My goodness.
Ozzie, it's Ricky's handwriting. Something must be wrong.
Wrong? Well, what could be wrong? Isn't that just like a woman always imagining the worst? After all, we left the children with my mother. She can certainly look after two small boys. Remember, she raised me and my brothers.
Yes, that's what I am remembering. There must be something wrong.
Oh, you're thinking of that time when I was a kid and the gas range blew up and they had to give me 30 stitches. Harriet, you have nothing to worry about. You know how well my mother sews.
Well, I know this is silly to suggest it, but why don't you open the note?
Ozzie, I have a terrible feeling something's happened.
Well, Harriet, that's silly. If it was anything important, would they send us this note? If it was a fire, they'd get in touch with the fire department. If it was an accident, they'd get an ambulance. If fire, accident... Harriet, I'll open the note. You're too excited. You're in no condition to read.
Dear, I am not excited. You are.
Me? I'm as cool and cow as a cucumber.
All right, Calvin Coolidge, you open the note.
Ozzie, I insist. I'll open the note.
No, Harriet, you're too nervous. You're about to faint.
I am not going to faint.
Then why do you look so blurry to me?
I hope they come to a decision before dawn. From the picture of the same name.
Harriet, I'll open it. You just stand by and take it easy. You can wipe my glasses if you like. They're all fogged up.
You don't wear glasses.
This is marvelous. Harriet, this is no time for jokes.
On the contrary, this is the time. And to cut this thing short, I'll open the note. I'm anxious to see what Ricky has to say himself. How old did you say he was?
He's 11.
What does the note say?
Dear Mom and Pop, good luck on the big show today. Signed, Ricky.
Hey, you see, Harriet? I told you there was nothing wrong.
P.S.
P.S.
What did he say? P.S. what? What? P.S. what?
Well, this part seems to be for me. Dear Tallulah, Harriet, how old do you say this boy was?
11. Why? What did he write?
Well, he writes, darling, I've admired you from afar for these many years. And then he says he'd like to take me out tomorrow.
Chip off the old block.
Ozzie.
I must have a talk with that boy. Probably learned plenty. You see, Tallulah, he has a rather peculiar sense of humor. He's only 11 years old.
A date is a date.
Oh, but 11 years old. Now, if it was David, he's 15.
Me go out with old man David?
Harriet, let me handle this. I'll straighten it out, even if I have to make the supreme sacrifice myself. Tallulah, I'll take you out.
You're going to take
No, Harriet. Please try to remember me as the loving husband I've always been. This sacrifice I make for you and the boys. No. Don't try to say anything. That's the way I want to remember you. standing there with your mouth open and that heavy glass ashtray in your upraised hand. And above all, keep my memory alive with the boys. And oh, Harriet, tomorrow see that my blue striped shirt with the French cuffs is laid out.
With you in it?
That's my brave girl. Well, Tallulah, tomorrow I'll meet you and take you wherever Ricky wanted to take you.
Oh, very well. Which Santa Claus did you want to see? Maces, Gimbals, Sachs?
Santa Claus.
Thank you, Ozzie and Harriet. And don't go away. We want to hear more from you. But right now, we welcome back to the big show the distinguished American baritone, Mr. Robert Merrill. For his selection tonight, Mr. Merrill has chosen to sing The Credo from the opera Othello. This is the opera which is based on Shakespeare's Othello. In the play, you remember, Othello's friend and advisor, Iago, propounds his philosophy of life. And this is the musical version of that philosophy. So here's Robert Merrill singing The Credo. Meredith, darling, if you please.
Vanne, la tua metà già vedo, ti spinge il tuo dimone, e il tuo dimone son io, e me trascina il mio, nel quale io credo inesorato di Dio. Crudel che m'ha creato simile a sé e che nell'ira io n'amo. Dalla viltà d'un germe ad un atomo io è sonnato, son scellerato perché son uomo e sento il fango originario in me. Conferma con, siccome crede la vedove al tempio, che il mal che io penso e che da me procede per mio destino adempio. Credo che il giusto è un strion beffardo e nel viso e nel cuore e tutto è in lui bugiardo, lagrime, bacio, sguardo, sacrificio e onore. Ah, credo l'uomo gioco di qua sorte al della colla. Al verme della tanta irrision la morte
amor tel nulla. E vecchia folla il
Glorious. Robert Merrill, what a divine voice. I love you. Send that as a straight wire, darling. Which serves to introduce a message from our new sponsor, Western Union. Ed Hurley?
Carols and candles, holly and mistletoe, they're all part of Christmas, part of the warm and glowing spirit of this joyous season. To truly capture that spirit, to wish happiness to friends and those you love everywhere, send your message of remembrance by telegram. Holiday greetings by Western Union are never ordinary, always something special, something new, something different. Send them anywhere. To members of our armed forces overseas at special reduced cable rates, or to friends in your own town, Western Union speeds your message across the world or around the corner to make someone happier because you didn't forget. Holiday telegrams on beautifully decorated blanks are delivered throughout the country in special greeting envelopes which seem to sing good news the minute you see them. And it's so easy and convenient to send telegrams. Just call Western Union, give your message and list of addresses, and have the charges put on your phone bill for convenient payment later. Then relax, certain that Western Union will deliver your greetings on time. Or, if you prefer, visit your nearby Western Union office. Either way, interested, friendly Western Union people are at your service right now, tomorrow, and even on Christmas Day to serve you, to make the holidays happier for you and yours. Send Christmas greetings by telegram, the very special way to say a very Merry Christmas.
Well, with such great singing voices as we have on the show this week, we should really have a duet.
Well, I'm ready, Toulouse. Oh, schlumpboats are a-coming, they're bringing the locks. Schlumpboats are a-coming, they're bringing the locks.
What good is it? No boggles.
No boggles, bagels. You say boggles, I say bagels. Let's call the whole thing
down,
cement.
Boy, down. Milton, I wasn't thinking of you singing. I was thinking of a duet by Margaret Truman and Bob Merrill.
Why think of them? Why not think of Milton Berle and Tallulah Bankhead?
Well, if you don't mind, darling, I'd rather think of it as Tallulah Bankhead and Milton Berle.
Why should you get the first billing? Give me one good reason.
Well, I'm a lady.
I repeat, give me one good reason.
Well, on this show, the billing goes alphabetically. Of course, with you, that would be a bit of a problem because you have to learn the alphabet.
Are you kidding? I learned the alphabet when I first started in the theater. When I was a little child playing vaudeville, I could recite the alphabet.
This I'd like to hear.
All right. A is for the first row. B is the second row. C is the third row. D is the fourth row.
Well?
That's all.
Oh, of course, darling. With you in the theater, there was never anybody past the fourth row.
Please! This was my own television show. I'd be allowed to have a topper for that. All right, Tallulah. We'll bill the duet alphabetically, and since Bankhead and Burl both start with B, we'll bill it by our first names, Milton and Tallulah.
Oh, no.
What's the matter? Alphabetically, M.T.
M.T.? That's me, Margaret Truman.
Oh, darling, now you stay out of this. This is bigger than the party.
Oh, but he said M.T.
I don't care what he said. I have my own alphabet. Bankhead and Milton. That's B.M.
B.M., that's me, Bob Merrill.
Hello, Bob.
Hello, Margaret.
Do you know Whistle a Happy Tune?
Certainly do.
Well, what are we waiting for? Meredith, how about some music, please?
Whenever I feel afraid, I hold my head up high and whistle a happy tune so no one will suspect I'm afraid.
while shivering in my shoes, I strike a careless pose and whistle a happy tune that no one ever knows I'm afraid.
The result of this decision is very strange to tell. For when I fool the people I fear, I fool myself as well. I whistle a happy tune.
Every single time
The happiness in the tune convinces me that I'm not afraid. Now no one will suspect we're afraid. Now no one ever knows we're afraid. The result of this deception is very strange to tell.
For when I fool the people I fear, I fool myself as well.
I whistle a happy tune, and every single time the happiness in the tune convinces me that I'm not afraid. Make believe you're brave, and the trick will take you far.
You may be as brave as you make believe you are.
You may be as brave as you make believe you are.
Beautifully done, darlings. Our warmest thanks to you both. And now let's take one half a moment for Ed Hurley to say.
Right now, this very minute, Western Union offices from coast to coast are standing by, as always, to help make it a merrier Christmas for everyone and a more heartwarming holiday season for you. Distance need not keep you apart from friends or loved ones, for miles become minutes by Western Union. No matter where you may be, your greetings will be there in time through the swift magic of holiday telegrams. Isn't there someone you are thinking of right now who will be happier because you sent that telegram? Now here's Tallulah again.
Well, I still say, with so many beautiful voices on the show this week, we should have a duet.
I'm still ready here. I'm always true to you, darling, after an old fashion. I'm always true to you.
Miss Bankhead.
Yes, Meredith Wilson.
I have a duet here that ought to go well on this program.
Duet? See, he's got a duet. See, he's got
Milton, stop kissing his hand.
Well, it'll make a nice little number.
See, I have friends on this program.
It's for Ozzie and Harriet.
See, Ozzie and Harriet have friends on this program.
Well, what do you say, Ozzie and Harriet?
Tallulah, we haven't sung together in 10 years.
I've sung together in 10 years.
Milton, it's a duet for Ozzie and Harriet.
Okay, I'll sing a duet with Ozzie and Harriet.
What sort of song is it, Meredith?
Well, sir, Miss Bankhead, I merely wanted to say that this is a homey, front parlor type of a song. It's called I See the Moon, and I arranged it as a duet. How about it, Ozzie and Harriet? You want to take a chance on it?
Sure, what have they got to lose? It's not their program.
I'll do the song. It's not my program either. I'll be glad to louse up the program. Good evening, ladies.
Ozzie.
I was all the way up in my room when I came back.
Ozzie, if you don't do it, Tallulah's going to sing it with Milton.
Harriet, I'm going to make the supreme sacrifice. Keep my memory alive with the children. And I want to remember
All right,
you as...
dear, don't go through that routine again. Let's sing the song. I see the moon sees me, down through the leaves of the old oak tree.
Please let the light that shines on me shine on the one I love. Over the mountain, over the sea, back where my heart is longing to be. Please let the light that shines on me shine on the one I love.
I hear the lark hears me, singing a song of memory.
Please let the lark that sings to me sing to the one I love.
Over the mountain, over the sea, back where my heart is longing to be.
Please let the lark that sings to me sing to the one I love.
I kiss a rose, the rose kisses me, fragrant as only a rose can be. Please take the kiss that comforts me back to the one I love.
Over the mountain, over the sea, back where my heart is longing to be. Please take the kiss that comforts me back to the one I love.
Back to the one I love.
Good work, Ozzie Nelson and Harriet Hilliard. Hearing you two sing again brought back the sweetest nostalgic memories. And now, before we continue with the third act of our show, which will bring on the gifted star Alec Templeton, along with our other guests, may I take a moment to ring my silver anniversary chimes?
3 chimes of silver.
This is NBC, the National Broadcasting Company.
This is The Big Show, Act 3. This portion brought to you by Anacin for fast relief from pain of headache, neuritis, and neuralgia. By Dentine, the gum with breathtaking flavor. And Beeman's Pepsin, the gum that's great to chew and good for your digestion, too. And by Chesterfield. Sound off for Chesterfield. Get something new, something no other cigarette has. Chesterfield mildness plus no unpleasant aftertaste. Tallulah Bankhead will be here in a moment, but first, a word about Anacin. The next time you suffer from pains of headache, neuritis, or neuralgia, take Anacin. You'll bless the day you heard of this incredibly fast way to relieve these pains. Now, the reason Anacin is so wonderfully fast-acting and effective is this. Anacin is like a doctor's prescription. That is, Anacin contains not just one, but a combination of medically proven active ingredients in easy-to-take tablet form. Thousands of people have received envelopes containing Anacin tablets from their own dentist or physician, and in this way discovered the incredibly fast relief Anacin brings from pains of headache, neuritis, or neuralgia. So the next time a headache strikes, take Anacin for this wonderfully fast relief. Anacin, A-N-A-C-I-N. Anacin comes in handy boxes of 12 and 30, economical family-sized bottles of 50 and 100. Get Anacin at any drug counter.
The name of Alec Templeton is known throughout the land. This gifted satirist of the piano has appeared in concert halls, on the radio, and is perhaps the most famous for his highly original, brilliantly conceived impressions of people and things in the world of entertainment. The wondrously funny characters who inhabit his keyboard await only the touch of his nimble fingers to come to life. Alec, darling, we await that touch now. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Alec Templeton.
Thank you, Tallulah. Tonight you're going to hear Jingle Bells as presented by the Hair Brothers, Long and Short. First of all, the long-haired department. The Meredith Willson Chamber Music Society presents the Jingle Bells Brandenburg Concerto a la Johann Sebastian Bach. And now if you listen to your late night dance music, you might hear Jingle Bells, something like this. It's music swell with Jingle Bells! How do you do, ladies and gentlemen, from the beautiful Meredith Room of the Wilson Hotel in the heart of downtown Mason City, Iowa, we bring you the music of Jingle Bell and his orchestra, and here's the maestro himself with a chorus.
Jingle bells, jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun to ride in a one horse, as in a one horse open sleigh.
And finally, we take you to the Electric Opera House to hear the closing scene from the final act of Giuseppe Verdi's great opera, Si va alla neve, or Dashing Through the Snow. I see among our audience tonight such great singers as Margaret Truman, Robert Merrill, Ozzie and Harriet, and that great Italian tenor, Miltono Berlini. But now I see the house lights are lowered, and here comes our conductor, Meredito Wilsoni, and in a moment we will hear the overture. Buongiorno, signore, questo non mica il biastro di amaranto. Ah, Merry Christmas. Buono di cavallo. Ozzie and Harriet. Mesto garato. Non si può parlare qui. Chiedo la pieno con la tigata de fiesta e la bella Margherita Truman. Un colosso biello. Uno stavesto di Milton Bell. Uno staverro per Robert Merrill. Uno staviato vinto. C'era messo raro. Già la Johanna so. Fanno su lei.
La donne jingle bells, rison stravito, ciala spavito, transo, non so più. Quello stravito, il fanfarino, il fanfarino, io tremo, non sto più.
A one-horse open sleigh.
A one-horse open sleigh.
A one-horse open sleigh.
A one-horse open sleigh.
Jingle bell, jingle bell, jingle bell, jingle bell, bell, jingle. Jingle bell, jingle bell, jingle bell, jingle bell,
Jingle bells, jingle bells, jingle bells. All the way, all the way. In Antiante.
Bravo, bravo. That was just wonderful, Alec, darling. But you know, I do feel a little left out. Surely you must have an impression of me. A musical one, I mean, of course.
Yes, of course I have. Tallulah, I have one especially for you. This is my impression of how you would sing Ain't She Sweet. Isn't she sweet? Here coming down the street. I ask you very confidentially, darling. Isn't she sweet? Isn't she nice? Look her over once or twice again. I ask you very confidentially, darling. Isn't she nice? Just cast her eye at the smile she gave us. And I do not mean Miss Betty Davis. I don't know who she is. I don't know what she does. No, but all I know is I've been seeing her in all the old but again, darlings, I repeat and repeat and repeat and repeat, even though it may sound nauseating. Yes. Again, I ask you very confidentially, darling. Isn't she sweet?
Divine, Alec Templeton. Thank you, darling, so much. There's so many more of your delightful impressions I would like to have heard, but we have so little time. You must come back again to us very, very soon, will you please? And now here's something else of interest to you.
For breathless moments, for your breathless moments.
Chew Dentine, the gum with breathtaking flavor.
Dentine tastes so good.
Dentine freshens your breath.
Dentine helps keep your teeth sparkling clean and white.
Dentine, the gum with breathtaking flavor.
Before you go out, and always after eating, drinking, smoking, refresh your breath with Dentine. You'll love Dentine chewing gum, for Dentine has a wonderful, tingling, nippy flavor that lingers on and on. It's delicious. And remember, Dentine helps keep your teeth white, too. Keep Dentine handy. You'll enjoy refreshing your breath when you chew Dentine. So, for breathless moments, for your breathless moments,
Chew Dentine, the gum with breathtaking flavor.
And now, darlings, I guess it's time.
Well, Tallulah, I think I'll be running along now, dear.
Running along? Isn't it rather early?
Well, I've got to go to a party. I guess I'll see you there, huh?
Party?
Yeah.
What party, Milton?
Well, the Christmas party that Ozzie and Harriet are throwing for everybody on the show tonight.
They're throwing a party?
Oh, I forgot. You weren't invited, were you?
What makes you think I wasn't?
Well, I knew that they weren't going to ask you. I said it might be fun without having you. Everybody said that you wouldn't be there, that you talked. That is.
Well...
That's all. I'm finished.
On this program you are, brother.
Well, Merry Christmas, Tallulah.
Fine thing. A party? Huh? Who needs their party? The people next door to me are having a party. I can listen to that. They always sound like they're in my house anyhow.
Well, Tallulah, I'll be seeing you soon. Hmm?
Oh, going now, Margaret?
Yes. I've got to rush along. I'm going to a
Going to Papa?
Yes, that's it. I promised to call my father. I want to wish him a happy Merry...
I understand, darling.
Well, good night, Tallulah. I'll see you soon.
Good night. That's my pal, Margaret True Friend.
Well, Tallulah, it's been nice working with you again.
What's your hurry, Bob? You going anywhere?
Oh.
Oh, what?
Just O.
Yes,
O-H.
O-H. Ozzie and Harriet.
Yes, they invited me.
Me, do, re, mi.
That's the last do, re, mi you pick up on this show.
So long, Tallulah. Merry Christmas.
And a Merry Christmas to you. Parties. Who wants parties? Noise, excitement, headaches. Fun, laughing, singing, dancing, good food. Who needs it? Me, that's who.
Well, Tallulah, I've enjoyed being on your show, and I want to wish you a Merry Christmas.
What's merry about it?
Why, this is the Christmas season. Parties everywhere. I suppose there are loads of parties you're going to.
No, I haven't any, darling.
Well, Tallulah, I just can't believe that. Why, no party would be complete without you, Tallulah.
Yes? Well, I know one party that's going to be the most incomplete party you ever went to.
Well, Merry Christmas, Tallulah. Be seeing you.
Seeing me where?
Oh, round? Oh, I almost forgot. Tallulah?
Yes, Ozzie, yes.
Harriet wants to say goodnight to you, too.
Oh, she does. Good night, Harriet.
And I want to wish you a Merry Christmas, too. And we hope to see you real soon when you get to Hollywood. Unless...
Yes, unless what? Yes, Harriet, unless what, darling?
Unless you're not going to Hollywood.
I don't seem to be going anywhere.
Well, so long, Tallulah.
Good night.
Good night. So long. Oh, well, that does it, I guess. Well, I might as well go to my dressing room and forget about it. Next week it's going to be different. Whoever invites me to a party first gets invited to be on the show. Now, take that Page boy, for instance. The one who invited me to dinner after the show at the papaya juice stand. I wonder if card tricks would go well on this program. No, I wouldn't be able to get him. He invited me this morning. He's probably a vice president by now. Oh, well, I'll manage somehow. Star dressing room. What a laugh that is. Fine star. Not even invited to a party. Oh, well, if I get out of my clothes, I'll feel better. Where's that light? Well, how do you like that? Everybody has a party to go to. Even the lights out here. Well, I don't need a light to get out of this dress. I know my way around myself. There, that's better. That dress was weighing me down.
Surprise! Merry Christmas, Tallulah! Surprise!
Well, Merry Christmas to you, darlings, but turn that light off! Thank you, darlings. Now we've one more day left for Christmas, and here come Bing and Bob with a wonderful suggestion for last-minute Christmas shopping.
At Christmas time and all the year, it's Chesterfield that brings good cheer with mildness and a better taste, and no unpleasant aftertaste. Sound of Chesterfield, sound of Chesterfield, a Christmas card carton of milder Chesterfield.
That's right.
That was the Bing Crosby Quartet you just heard, folks. Dancer, Prancer, Blitzen, and Crosby. And this is Bob Chesterfield Hope reminding you that Christmas is just around the corner, and so is your friendly Chesterfield dealer with a complete line of Christmas gifts, including bright Chesterfield Christmas card cartons. Now, that's the perfect gift for any smoker, isn't it? A carton or two of Chesterfields with that Chesterfield mildness, plus no unpleasant aftertaste. So for your friends this Christmas, for your own smoking pleasure all year round, take a tip from Bing and me and...
Sound of Chesterfield, sound of Chesterfield, a Christmas card carton of milder Chesterfield.
That's right.
And now, as is our custom on the Christmas show, our stars join in the singing of carols. Milton Berle, Margaret Truman, Robert Merrill, Ozzie and Harriet Nelson, Alec Templeton, all assisted by our very own Meredith Wilson and the Big Show Orchestra and Chorus, raise their voices in a medley of the old but ever new songs of this holiday season. Meredith, darling, if you please.
Bethlehem, how still we see thee lie, above thy deep and dreamless sleep, the silent stars go by. Yet in thy dark street shineth the everlasting light, the hopes and fears of all the years are met in thee tonight.
Deck the halls with boughs of holly. Tis the season to be jolly. Don we now our gay apparel. Troll the ancient Yuletide carol. La 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 la
Christ our Savior was born on Christmas Day. To save us all from Satan's power when we were gone astray. Oh, tidings of comfort and joy, comfort and joy. Oh, tidings of comfort and
Come, all ye faithful, joyful and triumphant. Oh, come ye to Bethlehem. Come and behold him, born the King of angels. Oh, come, let us adore him. Oh, come, let us adore him. Oh, come, let us adore him. Christ the
And so we come to the end of another Christmas show. Our friends, dear friends, as years go on and heads get gray, how fast the guests do go. Touch hands with those that stay. Strong hands to weak, old hands to young, around the Christmas board. Touch hands. The false forget, the foe forgive. For every guest will go, and every fire burn low, and cabin empty stand. Forget, forgive. For who may say that Christmas Day may ever come to host a guest again? Touch hands, touch hands. Well, that's our show for tonight, darlings. Next week, our guests will be Fred Allen, Joan Davis, Georgia Gibbs, Molly Goldberg, Portland Hoffer, Johnny Johnston and others, and of course, our very own Meredith Wilson and the Big Show Orchestra and Chorus. Until then, may the good Lord bless and keep you, whether near or far away. Harriet.
May you find that long-awaited golden day today. Ozzy?
May your troubles all be small ones, and your fortune 10 times 10. Milton?
May the good Lord bless and keep you till we meet again. Alec?
May you walk with sunlight shining and a bluebird in every tree. May there be a silver lining back of every cloud you see. Margaret?
Fill your dreams with sweet tomorrows. Never mind what might have been. Meredith?
May the good Lord bless and keep you till we meet again. Bob? May you long recall the rainbow, then you'll soon forget the rain. May the warm and tender memories be the ones that will remain. Fill your dreams with sweet tomorrows. Never mind what might have been.
May the good Lord bless and keep you until we meet again.
May the good Lord bless and keep you till we meet, till we meet
And Godspeed to our armed forces everywhere. A merry and safe Christmas, darlings.
This portion of the Big Show has been brought to you by Anacin for fast relief from pain of headache, neuritis, and neuralgia. By Dentine, the gum with breathtaking flavor. And Beeman's Pepsin, the gum that's great to chew and good for your digestion, too. And by Chesterfield. Sound off for Chesterfield. Get something new, something no other cigarette has. Chesterfield mildness plus no unpleasant aftertaste. The first half hour of the Big Show is presented by the makers of Reynolds Aluminum, the Reynolds Metals Company, who also bring you the Kate Smith Evening Hour on the NBC television network. Also, we were happy to welcome tonight Western Union, who remind you that no matter what else you have done this Christmas, send telegrams, too. Bill and Burl appeared through the courtesy of the Texas Company, and Ozzie and Harriet through the courtesy of the H.J. Heinz Company. The verse Touch Hands was written by William Harrison Murray. The Big Show is produced and directed by D. Engelbach, and written by Goodman Ace, Selma Diamond, George Foster, Mort Green, and Joel Murcott. The chorus is directed by Ray Charles. Special musical arrangements by Sidney Fine, Phil Moore, and Max Turr. This is Ed Hurley saying good night.
Enjoy mirth and music with Phil Harris and Alice Faye next on NBC.